Well, just off the coastline, the spill has crippled the fishing industry in the Gulf. And in the coming months, it's up to the federal government to make sure seafood that comes from the area is safe. A local group is helping out with some unusual training. Fox 17's Carl Apple is here now with the story. Hey, Carl.
Yeah, Dan, and we've seen images like this on the news. Can you imagine eating fish with traces of this stuff in it? A group out of Battle Creek says sometimes the best way to tell the good stuff from the bad stuff is to give it a smell. So how did a disaster hundreds of miles away bring us to the Barleycorns restaurant in Battle Creek?
Depends on a lot of things: time, temperature, how long after it's been caught.
Jerry Voitala is an expert in food safety. Last year he started the International Food Protection Training Institute. They're using private and federal grant money to establish a national curriculum for food inspectors.
How do we get consistent training to everyone in the whole food protection community?
They fly in local and state food safety workers from all over the country, teaching them how to keep our food supply safe. And since a lot of the aquatic food supply in the Gulf has been contaminated, the training the Institute offers is invaluable. And we're not talking about test tubes and dissection.
So students will be taking their time and smelling each sample.
He says the most efficient way to detect traces of oil is with a well-trained nose.
Testing is important in a laboratory, but if you can look at how food is tested for things we're looking at in terms of the compounds found in oil, it's tremendously expensive.
They'll assist health officials from all 5 Gulf states, issue advisories, close fishing areas, and examine food. They'll be training nonstop for the next several weeks. Lab tests will offer the final conclusion on what goes on the plate. But when thousands of fish are to be inspected daily, Jerry knows sometimes the nose knows.
Especially when decisions are being made about opening fishing waters, there will be a tremendous need for a lot of trained noses.
Yeah, sometimes it's just that simple. The training's expensive. Jerry says none of the agencies could actually afford to send workers to the Gulf, so the Institute is picking up the costs. Sure. They leave on Sunday.
You seem to be smelling pretty intensely there in that video. Probably is all in the smell, though, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that was pretty fresh fish at this restaurant. You couldn't smell much. But, you know, he said the DNA people have, some people can do it. Others can't do it. They have to weed out the people who can smell from the people who can't, right?
Yep. Thanks, Carl.